From a metrics perspective, there's a couple of big challenges. The first is clearly standards. The MMA, the IAB, the ANA, and the 4As are all working to solidify the standards for mobile measurement, but even as early as December of this last year, we were still putting out calls for response to those standards. We're making progress, but we still have to solidify those. And then, of course, when it comes to standards for measurement, you have to roll those and get the entire ecosystem retooled to adapt those standards technically, and then also in a workflow perspective. So that's one. And on the other side is the technology infrastructure being able to be used and deployed within both the brands and the agencies on a day-to-day basis, just like they might use a web technology today. We still have a lot of work to do to identify those technologies that will help us in the mobile ecosystem, especially around video, to make sure that we can properly measure the advent of a mobile video view, for example. Brands are very savvy about understanding the consumer side of the world, and what they need to do now, and they understand this, is make sure they're making those investments I just talked about and understanding the standards and understanding the infrastructure. So are they advertising? Yes. Are they doing it in the most automated, systematic way? No, because they don't have the infrastructure to do so. But they're investing in this space is still early, and we see quite a bit of growth happening in the mobile video space, clearly because the consumers are there, and there's inventory to be had, as we deploy those technologies that help enable us to do that. There's going to be many different opportunities to advertise within the connected device, whether that be in the world of applications utilization, whether that be in the closing the 6-foot gap between the tablet that's already on your lap while you're co-viewing the content, or whether it's going to be within the actually operating system of the television, which we saw many of those systems being kind of launched and relaunched again at CES this year. Panasonic's a great example, where they relaunched their operating system with a kind of MySpace backbone, and we'll see how that goes and where those opportunities arise, but I think all of the options are still on the table, and I think from an innovation perspective, we get to test, learn, and figure out what we're going to scale. There's a lot of opportunity in second screen on many different levels. If you look at a Z-Box, it's clearly a technology, but it has content, a significant amount of content, and so I think the players that are going to allow for ease of use and quality content are going to win. And then along those same lines, there's going to be technology winners related to the second screen, like a Shazam, that allows you to connect your content and do something else with it and save it for later. So those are early on technologies, but we've also seen other technologies for second screen, like Movil and Megaphone. Movil, for example, is creating a platform for developers to develop on top of for the second screen experience. And when that happens, when we get an app-like ecosystem developing for second screen, is when I think the marketplace will explode.